These for you.
Yes.
And these for me.
Hey.
And I'm wearing these tonight.
I'm putting mine on right now.
I made a call to the president. And y'all see what happened.
Thank you. Oh, give me a hug, girlie.
We love you.
I think we're all the same size.
Hell yeah. We love the president. We love the president.
You're the second player to ever play them after this other young girl. But yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And I'm about to wear these right now too.
All-Star Weekend was supposed to belong to the entire WNBA. The league's biggest stars were in one building. Every player had a chance to create a moment. But then Caitlin Clark arrived. And in 3 completely different ways, the attention kept moving back to her. First, one simple introduction caused the building to erupt.
A record-setting scorer and one of the game's premier facilitators makes her 3rd All-Star appearance from the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark!
Then Clark surprised stud buds with exclusive pairs of her unreleased Caitlin ones and accidentally created the funniest moment of the weekend.
I gotta get you guys right.
That's love, bro. You gonna sign them after the game?
You want me to?
I do.
Just don't sell them on eBay.
No, hell, come on, girl. You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. Probably like a couple M's though.
But the 3rd moment was even bigger because her Nike shoe reveal became one of the main stories of All-Star Weekend. Clark did not need one massive game to take over the event. She took over the arena, the internet, and the sneaker conversation.
Chat, Caitlin debuted her purple colorway of the Caitlin ones, bro. And the purple one, in my opinion, is harder than that yellow and blue one I did the video about. Bro, y'all cannot tell me that purple colorway isn't crazy. And I feel like these Caitlin ones gonna go crazy when they start hooping in them, bro. Like, these gonna do numbers on for the women and the men. Like, honestly, look at that triple C on the tongue. Hard. And then, did you peep the triple check? And look at this. It got the blue, the white, the red. The USA look to it. Caitlin Clark. And you just came out today, you are on the cover of the 2K27 Deluxe Edition.
And once you see how all 3 moments connected, it becomes clear why the Caitlin Clark effect is no longer limited to basketball.
That girl, Caitlin Clark, is on to something. Now, when I say this woman is on to something, I mean she's really close to it. Really close to it. She could sniff it. She could smell it. She could even push that button. But instead, she's like right next to it. And I'm talking about with her hoop shoes. These bad boys right here are just kind of mid. They really are. But one thing is saving them. One thing in particular, and it's the goddamn gradients. The gradient colorways are gonna save this bad boy every single time. And the WNBA All-Star Weekend pair is nothing less than doing so. It's nothing less than great. It's nothing less than phenomenal. A gradient on this silhouette with these materials is a 97 out of 10.
The first moment happened before Clark even touched the ball. The announcer introduced her as a record-setting scorer, one of the game's premier facilitators, and a 3-time WNBA All-Star from the Indiana Fever. Then came the reaction. The crowd exploded. Not after a deep 3, not after a game-winning shot, not after a controversial play. All Clark had to do was walk onto the floor. That may sound simple, but it revealed something important. At an event filled with the best players in the league, Clark's entrance still felt like a separate attraction. The fans knew exactly who they had been waiting for. The energy changed the second her name was called. And that is when the weekend's larger story began to take shape. Clark was not simply one star among many. Everywhere she went, people watched closer, recorded longer, and reacted louder. But the next viral moment showed a completely different side of her. This one did not happen during a game. It happened when Stud Bud saw the new Caitlin ones and immediately asked the question everybody else was probably thinking. Where's mine?
Where's mine?
These for you.
Yes.
And these for me.
Hey.
And I'm wearing these tonight.
I'm putting mine on right now.
I made a call to the president. And y'all see what happened.
Thank you. Oh, give me a hug, girlie.
We love you.
I think we're all the same size.
Hell yeah. We love the president. We love the president.
You're the second player to ever play them after this other young girl. But yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And I'm about to wear these right now, too.
Clark then revealed that she actually had shoes for them. The reaction was instant. They started screaming. They wanted to put the shoes on immediately. Then someone joked that they had made a call to the president, and the whole scene turned into chants of, "We love the president." And Clark just stood there laughing. The exchange felt completely natural. There was no formal presentation, no dramatic speech, no carefully staged commercial. Clark simply had extra sample pairs because they all happened to wear the same size, so she decided to look after them. That made the moment even better. These were not ordinary shoes sitting on a store shelf. They were exclusive samples of Clark's first true signature sneaker, and the people receiving them understood how rare that was.
What's your favorite feature of the Caitlin one?
I have to pick just one. Oh my gosh. I think the fact that the outside part is C's and the inside part is 2's, but you can only tell close up.
One of them asked Clark if she would sign the shoes after the game. Clark agreed, but immediately added one warning: just don't sell them on eBay. That line made everyone laugh, but it also hinted at the bigger story surrounding the shoes. Clark-related Nike releases have already created huge demand on resale websites. The Stud Buds moment worked because it showed several parts of Clark's personality at once. She was generous enough to give away rare samples. She was relaxed enough to laugh at the president joke. And she was self-aware enough to know that a signed pair could become extremely valuable. The biggest star at All-Star Weekend was joking about shoe sizes and eBay like she was handing gifts to friends. That is why the clip spread. It did not feel like a corporate launch. It felt like a real moment. Those shoes were about to become much more than a funny gift, because the third viral moment revealed the true size of Caitlin Clark's influence. Nike had officially introduced the Caitlin 1, Clark's first signature basketball shoe, along with an 18-piece apparel collection. The shoe was scheduled for an October 1st release at a retail price of $140. But during All-Star Weekend, Clark was already wearing and sharing personal samples. The colorways immediately became part of the conversation. Fans focused on the bright gradients, the double Nike swoosh, and the hidden CC detail worked into the design.
Nike just unveiled Caitlin Clark's debut signature shoe, and as promised, it does have some new tech. It's called Nike's Opticast Upper, and it's basically a bunch of little polyurethane nubs. Looks a lot like the Kobe 6, which makes a lot of sense considering Caitlin Clark's affinity for the Kobe line. It's also going to feature a Cushlon midsole with Zoom Turbo in the forefoot. Again, very similar to the Kobe 5 and 6 Protro. The Nike Caitlin 1 is going to drop on October 1st for $140. Let us know what you think about Caitlin Clark's long-awaited debut signature shoe.
Clark admitted that she kept looking down at her feet because it was difficult to believe she had her own signature sneaker with her initials on it. That reaction matters.
Yeah, I think even yesterday, like knowing that I was going to post that early in the morning, I didn't sleep very well because I was just so excited. And I went to bed late, obviously, because we played the night before. So kind of like a kid on Christmas. Like you get to show the world what you've been working on for a couple years. And I'm just really proud of the work that we did together. And for myself, obviously, it's been a long time coming. So just really thankful and grateful. And then obviously getting to play in them today, like I feel like I keep looking down at my shoes when I'm warming up. I'm sure I won't do that in the game. I'll just be like playing and in the flow, but it's obviously super cool. And I've never had so many people staring at my feet when I was warming up and or taking pictures of my feet, which is a little weird, but I'll let it slide in this scenario.
For Clark, this was not just another sponsorship obligation. She talked about growing up wearing simple Nike basketball shoes and remembering her first pair of pink Jordans. Back then, she was the young fan dreaming about the athletes whose names appeared on shoes. Now, children could walk into a gym wearing hers. Clark said she hoped young boys and girls would put the shoes on and feel inspired to dream about whatever they wanted to achieve, even if that dream had nothing to do with basketball. That gives the Caitlin 1 a story beyond its design. But emotion is only one part of this. The other part is demand. Previous Nike releases connected to Clark had already disappeared quickly. Her Kobe 5 Protro colorway reportedly sold out within minutes, with resale prices climbing far above retail. Another Clark-related Kobe release used a short lottery window and produced the same result. Fans missed out, then watched prices climb online almost immediately. So when Clark arrived at All-Star Weekend wearing her first true signature shoe, everyone understood what could happen next. Players were asking for pairs. Sneaker channels were breaking down every colorway. Fans were already talking about release day. And stud buds were treating the samples like they had received something priceless. That is how a shoe launch started competing with the basketball for attention. It was not because the WNBA lacked other stars. It was because Clark's influence was operating in 3 different worlds at once. Inside the arena, her introduction produced one of the weekend's biggest reactions. Behind the scenes, her personality created a funny and relatable viral clip. And in the business world, her first signature Nike shoe became an event before it was even available to the public. That is what made the weekend different. Clark did not steal the spotlight with one unbelievable performance. She did it simply by being present. The crowd followed her. The cameras followed her. The conversation followed her. And every time the weekend appeared ready to move on, another Caitlin Clark moment took over. The introduction showed her popularity. The president moment showed her personality. And the Caitlin 1 showed her commercial power. 3 moments, 3 completely different reasons to pay attention, and one player at the center of all of them. So which moment proved Caitlin Clark's influence the most? Comment 1 for the crowd reaction. Comment 2 for the president moment, or comment 3 for the Caitlin 1 takeover, because All-Star Weekend was meant to showcase the entire league. But somehow, Caitlin Clark still made it feel like her moment.
Stewie makes some plays today defensively, comes over, right hand.
Oh, that hand does hit the face on the follow-through, though.
Breanna Stewart goes to block Caitlin Clark's shot, and what does the referee do? Stands there, watches Caitlin Clark get whacked in the head.
Later in the same game, Breanna Stewart blocked a Clark layup, and on the way down, her hand caught Clark clean across the face. The referee was standing right there. He watched the whole thing happen. No whistle, no review, no flagrant, nothing.
The Indiana Fever cruised to another victory against the New York Liberty. A few things that stood out to me, I just don't understand. How does everybody get calls? Breanna Stewart, Kelsey Mitchell, but Caitlin Clark, you could literally grab her face and they don't call a foul.
So let me ask you this right now. Do you believe Caitlin Clark is being officiated differently from everyone else? Comment Y for yes. Just type the letter Y below, because after you see everything the referees called against Indiana and what they somehow refused to call, it becomes very difficult to believe this was just one innocent mistake. The Fever still walked out of Gainbridge Fieldhouse with a 20-point win over one of the best teams in the league, but nobody's talking about the score today. They're talking about what the referees didn't call.
The WNBA officials, the referees last night, they were egregious. We have a dude, number 42, Rich Jelly Bean or String Bean or Lima Bean, watching Caitlin Clark go up for a layup and get slapped across the face by Breanna Stewart. Now, in fast motion, watching from my TV, I didn't see her get slapped in the face. But the only difference is I'm watching from my TV. Another difference is I don't get paid to watch for things like that. The referee's job is while players are going up to the rim, going up for layups, is to look at all forms of contact, all forms of possible contact.
And once you see how the entire night played out, you'll understand exactly why this is blowing up right now. Let's start from the top because this game went sideways almost immediately. 90 seconds in, Clark ran into a screen set by Jonquel Jones. Clark thought it was illegal, a moving screen, and she said so, loudly, right to the referee. That earned her a technical foul.
You could push her in midair, which we saw in this game. They don't call a foul. And then we have Jonquel Jones. In Caitlin Clark's rookie year, she set a screen so hard on Caitlin Clark, it ruptured her eardrum. And then she sets one of those screens where Caitlin Clark was obviously blindsided. And you hear the announcer say that was a good screen. I don't care if she was still or not. She was bent over, leaning forward where her shoulder blade went into Caitlin Clark's face. That's not a good screen. They need to protect Caitlin Clark.
Her 6th of the season. For most players, that's just an early flare-up. For Clark, it's become part of a pattern. But then things got worse. The Liberty went on a 5-0 run. And on back-to-back Fever possessions, Clark and Aaliyah Boston were both called for offensive fouls trying to create space. First Clark catching a handoff and trying to get to her spot. Then Boston, seconds later, on a steal, trying to shrug off a defender on the way up the floor. 2 Fever players, 2 whistles, back to back. The Gainbridge Fieldhouse crowd did not take it well. They booed, loudly. One reporter courtside described it as the crowd getting restless as the calls piled up against the home team. At that point, you could feel it. This wasn't just one bad whistle fans were going to forget by halftime. This was building into something, and the Fever hadn't even gotten to the worst part of their night yet. That's when things stopped being about 2 questionable whistles and turned into something much bigger. Later in the game, Clark drove into traffic and put up a layup. Brianna Stewart rose up to meet her at the rim and blocked the shot clean. That part isn't in question. Nobody's mad about the block. It's what happened next. As Stewart's hand came down, it swept across Clark's face. Not a shove, not an elbow, but contact to the face, on camera, in real time.
At this play, Caitlin Clark, how much longer are we going to have to deal with this? Caitlin Clark goes up for the layup, gets absolutely slapped in the face. Should have been a flagrant foul, but nope, not even a common foul. They're saying she was getting abused last night. Take a look at this. Caitlin Clark goes up for it. There's no body contact. So there's no body contact at all. So at this point, what should the official be looking at? The follow through, right? What should the official be looking at? There's no possible body contact at this. So the official should be looking at the upper part of her body. Is there a contact on the hand? Is there contact on the head? Is there contact on the shoulder? Where are there possible points of contact? And unfortunately for Caitlin Clark, the possible point in contact happens to be on her face, right on her head. Caitlin Clark grabs her nose, goes down, play on. Again, it's not my job. It's this dude's job to look for that. I'm watching from a TV screen. I'm watching from an itty bitty TV screen. This guy is literally 6.5 feet away from the play taking place. And I'm supposed to believe he doesn't see Caitlin Clark get whacked in the head?
And directly behind the play was referee Roy Gulbayan with a clear look at exactly what happened. He didn't call it. No foul, no review sent up, no flagrant. The game just kept moving like nothing happened. But social media didn't let it go that easily. One widely shared reaction summed up what a lot of fans were thinking in real time. Stewie follows through on a clean block and claws Caitlin in the eye. No review.
It's like the whole system is just beefing with her. Olivia Miles has a police escort through the lane to the basket. Caitlin is challenged even if she has her defender beat. Here's the thing. She literally watched her hand hit her face. She knew what she... Yeah, not saying it's intentional, but the gap between what gets reviewed and what doesn't when it involves Clark is wide enough now that it's a legitimate pattern, not a one-off. Yeah, it's a legitimate pattern. It's not a one-off at all. Yeah, if I'm Caitlin Clark and I'm getting whacked like this and fouls aren't getting called in my favor, yeah, I would probably be pissed at the referees too.
And here's the part that makes this bigger than one missed call. This isn't the first time this season fans have questioned whether Clark gets the same whistle everyone else does. It's been a storyline all year, how much contact she absorbs and how often officials let it slide. This one just happened to get caught on an angle where there was zero doubt about what viewers were seeing. A block, then a hand across the face, then silence. Meanwhile, on the other end of the floor, Aaliyah Boston was fighting foul trouble of her own, picking up her 4th personal early in the 4th quarter. 2 Fever starters, 2 different foul situations in the same game, same referee crew under the microscope, and it kept happening in front of a home crowd that was already primed to boo the second another whistle went against Indiana. By the 4th quarter, this game wasn't about the Liberty anymore. It was about every single call the officials were making or refusing to make every time a Fever player touched the ball. Here's the thing that makes this whole night so hard to wrap your head around. Despite every one of these moments, the early technical, the back-to-back offensive fouls, the no call to the face, the Fever still crushed the Liberty, 108-88, 20 points, against a genuinely good New York team. So why is everyone still talking about the officiating instead of the win? Because the pattern matters more than any single game. When a referee is standing right in front of a play, watching a hand connect with a star player's face and chooses not to blow the whistle, fans notice. And when it happens in the same game as a questionable technical and a pair of borderline offensive fouls against the same team, it stops looking like bad luck. It starts looking like a trend. That's exactly why a fresh breakdown video picking apart the replay and the officiating crew is climbing right now. People aren't just annoyed, they want answers. They want to know if this gets looked at, if anything changes, or if it's business as usual next time Clark drives into contact. And that's really the tension here. On paper, this was a great night for the Fever, a blowout win over a top team, on the road to nowhere, but up in the standings. But you can win by 20 and still walk away with fans more focused on the referees than the box score. That's exactly what happened Saturday night. The final score said one thing. The replay said something else entirely. The Fever won big. Clark kept playing through all of it. But the story coming out of Gainbridge Fieldhouse isn't the final score. It's a referee who watched a hand hit Caitlin Clark in the face and decided there was nothing to see. What do you think?
That's a great lane line drive.
Clark behind the backside, step and knocks down a 3.
Got a feeling, Pat. Just have a feeling.
Caitlin freaking Clark. Caitlin freaking Clark. She was back, and I gotta tell you, I saw a different style of play tonight. She was looking and hunting for people to get dimes to.
Friday night in Indianapolis, she torched the Seattle Storm for a career-high 45 points and 10 assists, becoming the first player in league history to record a 40-point, 10-assist game. And she did it in just 29 minutes because her coaching staff still has her on a strict minutes restriction.
Okay, these are absolutely my favorite videos to make because Caitlin Clark, in a stunner, in a WNBA record breaker, puts down 45 points, 10 assists, steals and blocks and all that stuffing stat sheet. She was back and she was making a statement. But I gotta tell you, Caitlin Clark was on a minutes restriction, and for being under 30 minutes, putting 45 points down, 10 assists, actually, I know she got 6 stocks, but let's just see what exactly they were. She got 4 steals and 2 blocks, and I gotta tell you, she came in clutch.
But now, less than 24 hours later, the Fever are planning to put her back on the court against a much tougher opponent. So let me ask you this right now. Should the Fever protect Clark and rest her tonight? Comment Y for yes. Just type the letter Y below, because the way Indiana handles this could change the entire season.
Oh my God. Guys, the Fever playing right now. There's like 38 seconds left in the game. I don't want to see no more. I want to be surprised. But what I'm here to tell you guys right now, Caitlin Clark, best career performance today. 41 damn points. My goodness.
How does a player who is not even cleared for a full workload rewrite the record book and then get asked to do it all over again the very next night? What happens next might tell us everything about how the Fever are handling their franchise player. Let's back up. Clark has been dealing with a back injury for weeks now. It has been on and off, and every time she comes back, the Fever keep her on a strict minutes limit. Nobody wants a smaller issue to turn into a season-ending injury. So when she checked into Friday's game against Seattle, the expectation was simple. Play smart, stay within the restriction, and do not push it. That is not what happened. Clark came out aggressive from the jump. She was pulling up from deep, attacking the rim, finding teammates all over the floor.
That's a great lane line drive.
Clark behind the backside, step and knocks down a three.
Got a feeling, Pat. Just have a feeling.
On defensive fouls from here, a real opportunity for Indiana. Clark with 15 points here on the night. Oh, she's feeling it! We have had entire games in the WNBA without this much scoring. Clark answers! It's a good old-fashioned shootout here in Indy.
Again, the poise and composure experience of Heidemann.
Clark, a triple!
By the time the final buzzer sounded, she'd shot 11 for 18 from the field and made 6 threes. She grabbed 2 rebounds, 4 steals, 2 blocks. She went to the free throw line 19 times and made 17 of them, both career highs. But here's the number that stops everyone in their tracks: 10 assists, 45 points. In WNBA history, across every single season and every single player, nobody has ever combined a 40-point game with a 10-assist game until Friday night. And she did it in 29 minutes.
Back to the Indiana Fever, back to Caitlin freaking Clark, because she was on a minutes restriction, and I'm telling you, like, I don't know how she did it. The Indiana Fever, at one point, they were up by 17 points. And then, because she's on a minutes restriction, she got yanked. She was on fire. She had to get yanked, didn't love that. I don't know what goes on with like minutes restrictions, partitioning of time, but kind of hated that because the Indiana Fever started losing that lead. The game was actually taken over by the Seattle Storm at one point. They were ahead. Caitlin did come back in. She got things going. She was making 3 after 3 after 3. She was tossing dimes to her teammates.
Think about that. A full WNBA game is 40 minutes. She wasn't even out there for 3/4 of the game, and she still broke a record that's been open since the league started back in 1997. That's when the story stopped being about the stat line and started being about something bigger. Because here's the problem. The Fever needed every one of those points. Seattle is the worst team in the league this season, and Indiana still had to fight down to the wire, winning it 110-107. Clark's 6th 3 of the night is what actually put the Fever ahead for good. Without that performance, they probably lose this game. Which means the Fever are leaning hard on a player who is still hurt, and it gets more complicated from there.
And Caitlin Clark making this clutch 3 just to edge them ever so slightly over the Seattle Storm.
Under 10.
Clark fires. And hits. Caitlin Clark doing it all.
That created so much momentum. Everyone in Gamebridge was up on their feet. You know, then they play the foul game. It was exciting. It was, even though the frustration I had from Indiana losing a 17-point lead was bad. It was pretty bad. But I still had so much fun in the minutes that Caitlin was out because she makes the game different. She makes the game kind of move in a different way and flow in a different way. She takes a lot of chances that are really fun to see, and those types of things are what the fans have really been lacking.
According to ESPN, Clark also became the fastest player in WNBA history to reach 200 career three-pointers during this same game.
Oh, we didn't even mention Caitlin Clark made history too. Caitlin Clark made history today. Caitlin Clark has made history today, guys. Guys, watch this 3 right here. This just happened moments ago. This is why I immediately came to
Johnson pokes it away.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't even think Steph Curry could do that. Oh my, off the dribble, fade away 3. Look at Caitlin Cook. What is we saying?
2 records, 1 night, on a body that's still recovering. So what did the Fever do next? Rest her, shut her down, and protect the investment? That is not what's happening. Coach Stephanie White confirmed before the Seattle game that the plan is to have Clark suit up again tonight against the New York Liberty. Same building. Back-to-back night, less than 24 hours after the biggest performance of her career. This is where fans start splitting into 2 camps. One side says, let her cook. She clearly looked fine. The minutes restriction is working exactly like it's supposed to. The other side is nervous. A back injury doesn't just disappear because you had a good shooting night. And now she's being asked to back it up immediately against a Liberty team that's a completely different level of competition than the worst team in the league. There's no way to know which side is right, not yet. Here's why this moment matters so much. Caitlin Clark just proved, in the most emphatic way possible, that even hurt, even limited, even on a restriction, she's still the most dangerous player on the floor. 45 points and 10 assists isn't just a career high. It's a record that has never existed in this league before, set by a player who technically wasn't cleared to play a full game. That's the kind of performance that shuts up doubters. It's also the kind of performance that makes a coaching staff nervous, because now the plan to protect her health is running straight into the reality that she is completely unstoppable the moment she's healthy enough to play. The Fever are 15-10. Every game matters right now, and Clark just showed she can single-handedly win one, even at less than full strength. So tonight, against the Liberty, all eyes are on the minutes restriction. Does Stephanie White stick to the plan? Does Clark come out and manage her workload? Or does another close game push her right back into hero mode, the same way it did Friday night? Nobody knows the answer yet. But after what just happened, you'd be crazy not to watch. Caitlin Clark just made WNBA history on a bad back in less than a full game against a team that had no answer for her. Now she has to do it again tonight with even less rest. That's either the most impressive stretch of her career or a warning sign nobody wants to talk about yet. What do you think?